Hi folks, and welcome to today's vlog. As you can see, I'm starting the vlog on the platform Stratford International DLR station, which of course means we are back down in London. It is London Comic Con. There's a DLR train approaching. We're not actually getting on this one because for the first time in about 2 years we've come to this station and there is a train after this one that goes directly to the XL, which it's been a long time since there's been one of them running from here. So we're going to grab that one, but we are down here for London Comic Con, plus some other London activities too. We've got the whole weekend in Comic Con. We're probably not going to be in there all day today. We're going to go and get in there nice and early. It's before 9 o'clock, so we're going to get in there on our early access. Certainly make the most of early access until general admission at 11 o'clock. I'm not sure how long after general admission we're going to stay in there today because Saturdays are notoriously very busy at Comic Con, and we've got some other stuff we want to do around London as well. We're going to be heading over into the centre of the city. We've got some shenanigans planned, so even if you're not really into the Comic Con stuff, stay tuned because this man is taking me on an adventure. Yeah, a jam adventure. A jam-based adventure, which is the best kind. But we're going to wait for the next one. Fingers crossed I'm going to get to sit at the front of that one and drive it, because look, I could have driven this one. I'll drive the next one, don't worry. And we're in. I didn't get to drive the train. Some guy raced me to the front on the platform, but we have made it in to Comic Con. Main stage there apparently. Watchmen in there. Has that started yet? Watchmen. It says Mondays 9 PM on Sky Atlantic.
This Monday, not on yet as far as I'm aware.
Let me know down in the comments if Watchmen's already started. But so let me just get my bearings. EGX last weekend was this side? Where was EGX? That side.
Over there.
So that hall there. We'll go and check that in a minute, but first we're going to look at the bit that is guaranteed to be completely different because this hall wasn't open last week. Well, we've taken the long way around doing a little bit of an explore to get my bearings. I've checked out the studio stage where I'm doing my panel tomorrow, but it is not even 9:30 yet. General entry isn't open for another hour and a half, so the logical place to go to kick things off is Funko. Maybe scratch that idea because as cool as it always is in there, did I mention it's not even 9:30? Look at the state of the queue already, and looking at the exclusives that are available, it seems to be a lot of t-shirts, which I'm not interested in and won't be in my size, and then a lot of pops for stuff I'm not really interested in, so bearing in mind there's currently a queue to get in the queue, I think I'm going to give that a miss. I've had a little nose over the fence to see what's in there, and yeah, I can live without going in there just right now. Just had a nice chat with our friends from Big Potato Games who are here, so you know, brand ambassador for them and all that kind of stuff. If you are here, go check them out. If you're not here and you want some of their stuff, buy it on Amazon using code Chapman20, gets you 20% off any Big Potato Games stuff. So to be honest, even if you are here, buy it off that link because it's cheaper than it would be here and it gets delivered to your house. But we're continuing our early exploration lap, trying to see as much as we possibly can before general entry opens. There's a perfectly good reason not to head across London to the Pokemon Centre because they've got everything they sell there here. Right, we've come over into the other hall. So this is the hall that EGX was in last weekend. There is some of the same stuff. So we've got Cyberpunk over there, PlayStation over there, Insert Coin is still here. Some of the PC build stuff is still here, but it's all moved around a little bit, I think. Has Cyberpunk moved, or is it in the exact same spot? Exact same spot. PlayStation's in the same spot. So there is some stuff that hasn't moved at all since last weekend, but there's other bits that have kind of moved around it, which is fair enough, I guess. So we've come down to this end of the hall. Part of me thinks behind this wall that's appeared in the last week, all the indie games are still back there, because if we turn around here, Cyberpunk's still where it was, PlayStation's still where it was, and if we do this shot and kind of look up that aisle, you couldn't tell me whether that was Comic Con or EGX. So I would say it's probably just PlayStation, Cyberpunk, and a couple of bits around here that have stayed. Everything past there has gone. The Insert Coin is still in exactly the same spot. The Dragon Ball Z stuff is still in exactly the same spot. But then kind of everything beyond that has gone and been replaced with more Comic Con stuff. So the big stuff from EGX is still here, apart from Avengers, which is gone, which seems weird because that would be the obvious one to stay. Nintendo have gone as well, who were just the other side of Cyberpunk before. But other than that, I mean, I think there probably is justification to come to both events, which was my big concern. Is there any point in coming to EGX if Comic Con's in the same place the week after and everything stays? But in reality, it's just really these bits that have stayed. and the fact that I've done that means I don't need to do it today, and there's not really anything over here that's going to hook me in, I don't think. So 95% of what's here wasn't here last weekend, and there was some stuff we did last weekend that we can't do here, so I think there probably is good reason to do both, apart from the fact they're a week apart, which makes it more difficult to justify. We're in the queue for Birds of Prey temporary tattoos because we've become 13-year-old girls. I got a temporary tattoo because I wanted the bag, and you had to have the tattoo to get the bag. I've been branded for a bag. We're now going to go and get our photo taken to get a different bag. Let's have a look at you then.
There we go.
Very snazzy. We've had our photo taken. I'll put the photo up on the screen now if it did get emailed through. I swapped my Flash bag for a Supergirl bag. Supergirl is better. They did have Batwoman, but by the time we got there, Batwoman was all gone, so I'm very upset because Batwoman would have been my preference, but Supergirl's acceptable. We're now kind of doing the scouting around looking for other freebies thing that is compulsory at these events. Apparently this is something called Rick and Morty that people keep trying to tell me to watch, and I keep trying, and it's rubbish. We're now queuing for another photo opportunity, this time Watchmen, which is on Sky Atlantic apparently. Mainly because they've got goodie bags, and really anywhere that's got a goodie bag I'll queue for. Silly Watchman / silly Sky Atlantic have a silly policy where they only do the goodie bags at various points throughout the day, so despite us joining the queue when they had the goodie bags, we queued for like 10 minutes and then they said, we're not doing goodie bags now for a little while, you just get a photo. So we've left. There'll be goodie bags throughout the day. We'll keep walking past and just trying for a goodie bag. I don't need a photo, I just wanted the goodie bag. Boom! They've got the Funko Marvel Advent Calendar down there that I've got. It's cheaper here than I paid for it. It's Abbey, I think. I'm all of a sudden a little disappointed. Like, to be honest, I wouldn't want to have to carry it home on the train anyway. No free pop this weekend, unfortunately. I have to get in my fill at EGX last weekend, but they are selling cans of water for £2. Welcome to Comic Con, everybody. I've never had a can of water before. Let's try it. Tastes like water. Wandering around the food area, there's such a weird mix of food smells. I can't decide whether I like it or not. Very eclectic mix of different dining choices. This is about the 4th or 5th time I've seen this Funkoverse game at various events and shops and online, and I keep convincing myself not to give it a go. I don't want to get hooked into something else I'm going to have to spend a lot of money on. I should really stop coming to these events. They're not good for my bank balance at all. Well, here's a strange thing. Xbox are here, despite not being at EGX last weekend. Perhaps dragged me into the Doctor Who area because I think he wants to buy one of these colourful scarves.
Thinking about it.
Very snazzy, Pab. I still don't know what that is, but he seems to like it. Who was that you said your picture taken? Was that Rick or Morty?
Pickle Rick.
Pickle Rick, of course. It's just gone 11 o'clock, general entry has just opened, which is our queue to make a quick getaway. It just gets too busy in there on a Saturday afternoon. It's also very windy and potentially rainy out here, but we are now going to head over into London. We have lots to do. Forbidden Planet, Jam, Harrods, and probably I want to go to the diner, but I don't know where it is anymore because it closed, the one that was near Forbidden Planet. But I've tasked Pat with finding another branch of that because I want one of their Halloween black lemonades. I want to see what other shenanigans we can do. This time last week you went to the museum.
Yeah.
You need to take me somewhere exciting.
You know what we've got to do?
What?
We've got to go over that river.
Are we going on the Devil's Transport?
In this way.
Excellent! Because Pab is a monster, he's disregarding the fact that it's a very windy day, and he's telling me the quickest way to get into the centre of London is via the Devil's Transport. So we're going on this thing. Do you want dinner on the pizza boat?
Is there a pizza boat?
That beer garden pizza boat, just there. That looks like a place for dinner. Or we could go wakeboarding. Now we've got tattoos. We're probably cool enough for wakeboarding.
Yeah, maybe.
That's where we're heading to get on the tube. The one advantage of coming on this thing in the horrible windy weather like today is that there was no queue. We just got straight on. But goodness me, is this thing shaking. It's horrible. Well, another trip on the cable car is complete where we successfully avoided death. I did think we were going to die twice on that journey. Once when it just stopped halfway over the river and just shook there for a little while. And then once again as we were descending and it just suddenly started sounding like shearing metal and shaking a lot. But we didn't die. It's all good. Second weird water of the day, third weird water of the weekend. Today we've got some alkaline ionised water with a pH of 9.0 positive, which will supercharge, giving me a clean, smooth alkaline taste to help me find my balance and energy to achieve more every day. You've just got ordinary water. I'll have a chocolate bar with it. Thank you, Pab. Pab got me a chocolate bar. I've got ionised water. Who's the real winner here? Centre of London achieved. It looks like we're going into Harrods for a pre-jam Harrods trip. I've never felt quite so out of place as I do in Harrods. This thing, £2,000. We're going somewhere else. Well, that was an interesting experience in Harrods. I've not been in there before, I don't think. I might have done years ago, but it's just weird. I didn't really film in there because everywhere you look there's security guards already glaring at me because I'm in there with jeans and t-shirt on, holding a big camera. But I managed to sneak a couple of shots. But we are, I think, heading to Fortnum Mason now. Pab did look at the jam in there but turned his nose up at it. It wasn't acceptable jam. So we're going to the proper jam shop. I think it's about to start raining as well. So I think I just felt a drop of it on me, stood here. It's a 90% chance of rain this afternoon. We're definitely getting wet at some point. Well, we've made it to Piccadilly Circus, just round the corner from the jam shop. The rain has finally caught up with us. Looking at the weather forecast, this is us for the day now. So we've timed our exploration outdoors perfectly. Big camera's gone away. I've switched to you on the little camera now. We're almost at the jam shop, and I think for the first time ever, I'm going to invest in some jam of my own. I might even ask the man for help to tell me what jam to get. I'm going to get Anna some jam. Anna likes jam. This is going to be a gift for her. The number of times we've been here now, and there's two things we've never done. I've never bought anything, and he's never bought anything for himself. So I've bought myself something. I'll show you that in a second, but I made him get himself something. So you got some little gingerbread things.
So it's a gingerbread man.
A little gingerbread man.
Now, there's no price on it. It's not price tag, so I just picked it up and thought I'll just be annoyed.
Now on this point, he did point at umbrellas behind the till, and I just shook my head because I'm not buying an umbrella that doesn't have a price tag on it. How much was the gingerbread man, Pab?
I think that was about £7. That was more than the jam.
Nice. I got some banana preserve, some raspberry jam for Anna, and some gold and silver sugared almonds, because sugared almonds are something I never see anywhere apart from in fancy shops like in there, and we saw them in Harrods. I need to find out what the fuss about sugared almonds is, so I'm probably just going to take it all home. I doubt I'm going to have any of it here because I want to share it with Anna. She's just sent me a message saying, save me one of each, and I'm thinking, I'm probably bringing the whole lot home. I'm not a monster. I just spent £10 on sugary nuts, so I'm not going to eat them all myself this afternoon. Comic shop number one of the day coming up. My personal favourite, Gosh Comics in Soho. And now for the second best comic shop in London, Forbidden Planet. Trip to Forbidden Planet complete. I have stocked up on some comic books. I'll show you them when we get back to the hotel. We're now trying to head to the diner for some food. I'm experimenting with using maps on my Apple Watch for the first time, which I think it sort of knows where we are and where we're going. It's very confusing and complicated though, so we could end up desperately lost, but we want to find the diner, which used to be opposite Forbidden Planet and does awesome Halloween themed stuff and really nice burgers. But there's another one in Soho, which we're only like a 10-minute walk from, so fingers crossed we'll find it and get to eat delicious burgers. Good news is, Apple Maps through the Apple Watch works. The bad news is, it's really raining now. I'm soaked through and I don't have any spare trousers with me. This is It's going to be a miserable rest of the weekend. We've got like a 10-minute wait before they can seat us in here. At least then I'm going to have a delicious burger. Dinner consumed, we're now making our way back towards the tube station. It is an absolute nightmare being just a little bit taller than everybody else in this weather. It means my eyeballs are roughly at umbrella height for everybody else, as demonstrated there, and I'm just trying to avoid getting an umbrella in the eye, which is proving to be more challenging than you would expect. Another example there, they're all coming in at exactly my eye level. Well, we're back in the hotel room at 5:20. For future reference, this is really a message to future Kev rather than anybody else, but I guess it could be handy if you ever come down this way. Don't try and make it back from Stratford Station all the way to effectively Stratford International just after West Ham have finished playing. My word, it was a nightmare getting through the shopping centre. We had to show our room key just to get back in this building. It was a lot of fun. But I did promise to show you what I purchased while I was out. So I have a selection of books. So firstly, this is the one from Gosh Comics. I don't smoke cannabis, before anyone says, Kev got a cannabis book. It's a Box Brown book, and anything by Box Brown is good. He did an Andre the Giant book, he did a Tetris book. He basically does factual biography type stuff. It's like documentaries but in comic book form. It's really cool. So anything with Box Brown on the cover I will buy. I also got Catwoman Far From Gotham for similar reasons. Anything by Joel Jones I will buy. I got this one because Pab told me to. This is one from the new DC Ink label. If you remember when I was at Centre Parks, I had the Catwoman, I can't remember what it was called, it was a Catwoman book that was in the same range, but this one is Raven off of the Teen Titans, who is just a cool character anyway. And then lastly, this is one I've been keeping my eye out for a little while. Laura Dean Keeps Breaking Up With Me by Mariko Tamaki. Another one that was one of the best graphic novels of last year, apparently, according to all the end of year awards. We'll have a look at Pab's books as well, but first, my jams. I have banana jam, raspberry jam, and multicoloured sugared almonds. Pab, what did you buy? You've got an even bigger pile of books than I have.
No, I haven't. No, same, mate.
Okay.
Same one.
Excellent.
Raven.
Harley Quinn, Breaking Glass. Another Mariko Tamaki book. We both have one of those. I might have to buy that tomorrow now.
Yes.
Final Part of Paper Girls, which is awesome. Spider-Man City. Oh, you like a Spider-Man book, don't you?
From the game, though.
Okay.
Gameverse.
Oh, fair enough.
On from the game.
I'll allow it.
Yeah.
I'm interested in that Harley Quinn book. I might have to check that out tomorrow because, of course, I do now have my Harley Quinn tattoo. So I'm a big Harley Quinn fan. Well, we've been back in the hotel about an hour and a half. I've edited most of the vlog together. Pab's over there having a nap. And I think I'm going to call it a day on the video because, quite frankly, I want to get the rest of it edited and finished off. We're not going to be doing anything super interesting this evening. We're going to be sticking around in the Westfield Shopping Centre. We'll probably go and have a bite to eat. We might go and watch a movie, but we might just read our new comic books because we're basically 13-year-olds in adult bodies and the idea of new comic books is quite appealing. So we might just do that. So if you have enjoyed this video, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Remember, lots more Comic Con stuff tomorrow, including the Neurodiversity panel that I'm moderating. But if you have enjoyed the video, big thumbs up would be massively appreciated. Subscribe to the channel for more daily vlogs, including Comic Con in Birmingham in a couple of weeks' time. So this isn't the last Comic Con of the year, worry not. And thank you very much for watching.